Okay, welcome to the TUO New Feature webinar. Today we are going to be covering several new features, and I'm actually joined by my compadre here, Lee Craig.
Hello, everyone.
And
Hello.
As always, we just want to reinforce that both Lee and I are here on a daily basis to help you with the TUO platforms, whether that's any questions you might have or any session needs that you might have. So if there's anything that we discussed today that you would like more details on or any individual training sessions on, please feel free to reach out to us. So let's quickly go over what's on the agenda for today. First, we're going to be showing you our new officially launched store designs, something we've worked really hard on, and we're very proud to show it to you. Next, we're going to take you through some brand new ways to manage your products. After that, we're going to show you some new and improved functionality within the Club and Team store features. And lastly, we're going to show you a new store closing alert that allows you to be reminded anytime a store end date has passed.
All right, to kick things off, I'm going to take you through the new store designs, which feature more flexibility than ever before. So from colors to product categories, the new store designs, they're certainly a welcome addition to the TUO platform. All right, so as soon as you enable Design 2 for any of your new or existing stores, you will have the ability to choose one of several beautiful colored templates. And so what we're actually going to do right now is go in and show some of these examples. So as mentioned, there are several color options that can be used in the new design style. So I'll just kind of flip through here. You can see a few examples of those. You have mandatory and recommended products, and as you can see here, they fall into their own respective section. Another new feature, if we scroll down, is the ability to categorize products, so you can actually organize them into groups, which makes the store much easier to shop. We'll go to another store and show some other examples here, the recommended products as well as the categories. These designs, they're more of a tiled display approach. This is more of a common shopping experience, and customers can easily click in to view the details for products and choose to select their color and size as normal. All right, so what we're going to do next is go into the back end and show you how you can set up Design 2 for any of your stores. All right, so from the home page of your dashboard, while creating a new store or by going to the edit section of an existing one, so we'll actually scroll down here, we'll go to edit for this store. You can easily switch a current store from Design 1 to Design 2. So you don't have to worry that, before the release, let's say you set up several Design 1 stores, you can easily switch those over. So as soon as I select a design, I can also select the color option to use. And of course, you can enable the categories feature if you would like to group items together. You can also assign an estimated delivery date as well. All right, and with Design 2, something to note, the banner is much larger for Design 2. At least you can upload a much larger banner. So you'll also have the details for that in this section as well. And of course, just make sure that once you do set up for Design 2 for your store, just update, and the changes will take effect immediately.
Yeah, so today's second feature presents an entirely new way to build and manage products within your stores and dashboard. To begin, we have created a new section at the very top of your dashboard called My Library, which we're going to show you right now. You're going to notice the tab located in the upper right corner of your store navigation area. And when you click on that, you're taken to a new section that features 3 distinct libraries. So quickly, I just want to define the 3 libraries. The first one is an entirely new library, and we've named it My Library. And this library is in fact a library for your entire dashboard. So anything that is added to this library is not directly associated with any given store, but it is available to you as a dealer for any new stores that you create or any existing stores that need new products. Okay? The store library, the second option, is actually what you guys are used to. So anything that has been built in the past within the TUO platform is already a part of the store library. So with that store library, we also, of course, feature search to be able to search by store name, by product name, etc. And when you search, you will get a great display of any and all of those products. And then finally, the TUO library, featured in green, is a library that we manage and maintain that actually acts as a great starting point for any products that you may want to build. Now, this is something we're always working on developing more and more. And if there are any brands or styles that you want to see added to the TUO product library, simply reach out to us and we'd be happy to coordinate that with you. So what I next want to highlight is the fact that you can build products from this My Library tab and they can be added directly to the My Library. So in the lower right corner is a button for Add Product to My Library. Now when you click that, you're going to see the same exact user interface as you would expect when you build a product in a store. The big difference here is that since this product is not associated with a store, you can edit it infinitely and you can actually delete it at any time if it ever goes out of stock. So now let me explain one of the kind of business issues we were trying to solve with this feature. In a calendar year, you might have a busy season that lasts from May until September. And then although you do a decent amount of business, from October until April, it's not nearly as busy as May through September. So we want to give you the ability to continue to add into TUO and prepare yourself for that busyness. And so by creating this new library, it now empowers you to build products without having to know what store that product is going to end up in. A great example, if Adidas were to release a brand new catalog and they were to give that to you in January, one of your quote-unquote slow months, at that time you can then come into your My Library. You can remove all the products that have been discontinued. You could update the existing products with new prices, colors, and sizes. And then, of course, you can add in those brand new products that are offered for the 2016-17 season. Now, you might be wondering, how does this tie into me actually building a store? And so we're going to quickly jump over to the catalog page so you can see that there's a very similar user interface on the catalog page that lets you navigate all 3 of these libraries and quickly add products to a store with a single click. So we'll quickly search the My Library to look at some basic products that we have built. So we've got a couple of jerseys, a backpack, and a goalkeeper jersey. Now when we first identify these products, we could of course search by the wide variety of search options near the very top, whether that's brand, type, store name, UPC, SKU, or we can just search the whole list. So as you start to develop and curate your libraries more and more, those filters will become more important. But what I'm really proud of with this feature is the new action at the very top of each product, and that's called Copy to Store Catalog. So when you press that button, within 1 second, that product is immediately brought into your store. So for our third feature, we've significantly improved your control within Club and Team stores, specifically the Club and Team invite process. Now, in the past, many of you might know this, both team managers and players were automatically invited as soon as they were added to a club or team roster. Now, I'm sure for most of you that did not lead to any issues, but let me give you a small snippet example. Imagine this. You invite a team manager and the store is not yet ready. It's not reviewed and launched. You haven't completed the catalog. And that team manager wants to get ahead of the curve and adds 50 players. Well, now you've got 50 customers that potentially don't know what to do because the store is not ready for sale. So the good thing is, you can see by the bottom point there, with our changes, we have actually prevented that exact scenario. So invites can no longer be sent if the store is not launched. So we kind of put that in as a safeguard. Okay. But now, more importantly, anytime you add a team or player to a club or team store, you get to decide how and when those individuals are invited. So we'll quickly show you adding a brand new player to this team, because we will present you with an entirely new pop-up that gives you the option to invite now and or invite later. Great. So at this point, this store is not yet launched, so we're going to go ahead and say invite later. We don't want to add this player at this time. When we do so, the player will be marked as that they have not yet been invited. So you can see at the very bottom, invited column says no. And if we scroll up to the top, we have the ability with a single click to invite all new players. We could, of course, invite inactive players, which is an existing feature that has always been available to you. And then within each individual player, there's actually a specific invite option. So we can invite individuals, we can invite entire teams, we can invite just team managers, your choice entirely. So this feature has been designed to work with both manual roster additions, like we just demonstrated, as well as our CSV roster import file. So however you decide to enter in club and team managers going forward, you can now proactively decide when they are going to get invited, giving you more control over the entire process, hopefully reducing maybe customer support issue and confusion.
All right. And a simple but powerful feature that we also launched is the new store closing alerts option. And what this does, you can now receive an email notification as soon as the store closes, which the email, it will actually feature a link to the store's edit section as well as a link to the reporting for that store. So it'll give you what you need in that automatic email as well. So what we're going to do now is go into the dashboard and show you how to turn on that option. So it's, of course, again, whenever you're setting up a new store, if you're editing an existing store, you'll have access to that option. So we're going to go into that now from your main dashboard. So any store, we just go into edit. It's going to be underneath the end date for the store, so when the store is expected to close. You have an option to hit yes under this email dealer rep option when the store closes. And of course, just make sure to update the store, and then you can expect to receive the email notification as soon as that store closes. Thanks for joining, everybody. Again, please give us a call anytime to set up any one-on-one sessions. We can cover any of your questions or features going forward.